Well, gas pump skimmers. It's a scam. It's been around for years, but people are still being victimized by it, and criminals, well, they keep changing their tactics.
Most times, victims don't even know that a skimmer is stealing their financial information, but you can protect yourself. In my special report, Full Tanks, Empty Accounts, I'm going to show you the new way criminals are trying to steal your money and what the authorities are trying to do to stop it.
For tech-savvy criminals, a skimmer is relatively cheap and easy to install.
You can install a credit card skimmer as quickly as 5 to 10 seconds.
Across the country, gas pumps are being infiltrated with skimmers in a cat-and-mouse game. But this isn't just big city crime that we're talking about.
There are credit card skimmers in Chemung County and also surrounding counties. They've been found in Steuben, they've been found in Tompkins.
Here's how it works. A skimmer is a small device that reads and stores your credit card numbers. Sometimes they can be attached to the gas pump, and the criminal has to come back to retrieve it. For more sophisticated criminals, they will break into the machine to install the skimmer, leaving it completely hidden away from the consumer.
These are in large gas stations and small gas stations. They're in urban areas and rural areas. Newer gas stations and older gas stations. There is not a rhyme or reason to where the thieves attach these devices.
And Commissioner Putnam says this crime trend is on the rise.
It's hooked up in series with my cables on the card reader logic board. It grabs card data and PIN numbers.
Most common skimmers use Bluetooth technology, which requires the thief to still be a short distance away. But there's a new breed of skimmers on the rise, one of which was recently spotted in Horseheads. And this skimmer utilizes cell phone technology. We went to the FBI in Albany to find out more. Agent Mark Smith specializes in cybercrimes.
With the GSM with cellular capabilities, instead of these skimmers kind of sitting there and storing up to 7,000 numbers and requiring a perpetrator to come back and kind of be in the premise of where the crime has been committed, now that skimmer is just text messaging the credit card numbers in perpetuity.
And that cellular GSM-powered skimmer can send card numbers anywhere in the world. And this new threat spotted in the Twin Tiers within the past 18 months, and it's now spreading across the nation.
Well, scammers always try and stay just one step ahead of the authorities, and their scam is always evolving. But that's why the FBI is working with multiple agencies across the spectrum to help keep you protected.
To better understand this crime, you have to understand the criminal and their intentions. The United States Postal Inspection Service gets involved when these scammers try and cash in.
We were noticing that the stolen card information that was being pulled from skimming devices was being used to purchase U.S. postal money orders, which are purchased at postal facilities, and they can be purchased for up to $1,000, and that is primarily where those cards were being used.
So a debit card, we're typically seeing anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 loss on one victim, and on a credit card, we're seeing $500 to $1,500.
Across New York State, the people who know the gas pumps the best are the ones on the first line of defense.
New York State Department of Agriculture has a branch, Bureau of Weights and Measures, and there are eyes and ears out there. They're actually already out there because they need to inspect the pumps, where we've been part of their meetings, and we've actually gone and spoken with them about what to look for and things to identify to law enforcement once they see them, because there are different types of skimmers out there. And they've been extremely helpful in giving us a phone call, and not only us at the FBI, but also our state and local partners, including other federal agencies such as Secret Service and postal inspectors.
Looking for skimmers is not something that Weights and Measures is mandated to do. Weights and Measures officials have a lot of technical knowledge of gas pumps, and it is something that we wanted to do as a public service and make sure that law enforcement was aware of it. It was a good fit for us, and it's something that we could help with and we wanted to do.
Clifford Boyce is the Weights and Measures Director for Chemung, Schuyler, and Yates counties. He shares tips on how you can protect yourself.
Take a look at the door area where the credit card unit is. Look for the security tape. Look to see if there's been any tampering, around that area that would, indicate that perhaps a credit card skimmer was installed. If something doesn't feel right, if you don't feel comfortable running your credit card through the dispenser outside, then go ahead and I would recommend either pay by cash inside or take your credit card inside to let it be, processed in the store as opposed to at the pump.
The cat and mouse game will continue to go on. The skimmers on the outside of the pumps were easily detectable. They moved inside. Then they wanted to stay away from the crime, so now they have the Bluetooth so that they don't have to actually go back in the pump, and now it's cellular so they don't have to go around it. Our mission statement is to uphold the Constitution and to protect the American people, and that wouldn't be possible without our state and local partners.
And a lot of people are working night and day to fight this problem, both on a local and national level. And it's important to mention, everybody that I spoke to agreed you should always check your bank statements and you should be looking for any suspicious charges. You might not be able to prevent a skimming incident. However, you can definitely limit the damage.